beginning pitches, then have announcements, and then we'll get going with opening night on Broadway.
Since we had to squeeze into here, we figured announcements now just to make sure the break is the break, because a lot of us will take time to get out of our seats in here. Wanted to let everybody know we had first some cool news come out of our Mardi Gras parade. I don't know if you guys were aware, we sent 15, 16 marchers. And we had 2 different people reach out to us about our performance there. One of them was like completely blown away that there was even an Oaklawn band and we exist. And all of these students at Adamson High School, Adamson, thank you, looked us up online, convinced their director of fine arts to email us telling us, hey, we're part of the Gay Straight Student Alliance here. Can you please come talk to us and tell us what life as LGBT adults are? Because the educators keep saying it gets better, but we'd like to know if that's true. We assume so because you're out marching in a band. So that was pretty cool. If you're interested in that, just talk to Nick, myself, Mark. We don't have dates yet, but it'll be someday after school. They want us to kind of come and just be available for Q&A. It's kind of like a part of our outreach for LGBTQ causes. If you want to look snazzy and official as part of the Oaklawn Band Fashion Police, Mark is here to model something that we put together as like a cool little dry fit polo. Ooh. Yeah. I ordered some just as a thank you for all the people that have been helping me with booths. But if you do want one, we'll have a few more people modeling them next week just to kind of show them off. If it's something you want, let me know. If I can get enough people together, it makes it a much cheaper order to place than doing one-offs. Otherwise, dry fits can be kind of expensive. And don't worry, we won't be marching in Pride in navy blue polos. That would be a bad plan. The other people that reached out to us from the Mardi Gras Parade was actually for performance opportunity. So they asked us if on the 17th, that's a Friday, St. Patrick's Day, if you're interested, for the Youth Activities Day out in Mesquite for the city of Dallas, if we would like to come and play for about 15 minutes to kick off all of their Youth Field Day activities, because they were absolutely floored that we exist. So, if you're interested in doing that, I realize it's during working hours for a lot of us. We probably need 10 to 15 to make it sound passable. So if you're interested, please let Nick know as soon as possible. I also need a head count so that we can provide breakfast. Yay, food! Other than that,
what day of the week is that?
It's a Friday morning.
Friday, what day?
Friday the 17th of March. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is St. Patrick's Day. So it's a kind of bad day all around because it's also spring break for a lot of schools. That's really the main thing. Otherwise, I wanted to let you know we have one other bit of good news. We no longer have a cost associated with our welcome party for Pride because Sue Ellens has agreed to let us use their upstairs space for 3 hours for free on Friday. So we'll actually be able to do a welcome party for free. What you talking about back there? Those are pretty much everything for right now. If you want to be involved in any of the committees that are doing things like the bylaws, fundraising, Pride, I have calendar invites I can send you so you know when they're at. Just reach out, let me know. Otherwise, any other announcements from members of the board, new members, anything I'm forgetting? Cool. Back to you.
All right, this is opening night on Broadway, and we're rehearsing mostly in concert order tonight, with the exception of Begin for Band, which is omitted from this rehearsal because you'll be taking 20 minutes on Merry-Go-Round of Life instead. means it's going to be kind of fast at the beginning because I want the tempo to be the same as when we get to 18. So that means at the beginning. See what you do.
Do the best we can.
Here we go. Dude, very nice. How was the tempo at the beginning? It sounded good up here. I know there's some struggling. We're not at the concert yet. That's as fast as I want to go at the beginning at the concert. That's as fast as I want to go. Whew, great. Transitions all felt good to me. Great job on drum set, really locking in tempo. So thank you for working on those. Any questions about this piece? Great, let's move right along. At the movies. You'll notice, at least what I perceive to be most of the chop killers, and having reviewed this with Nick as well, so second opinion, are on the first half with the exception of the Holst, which opens the second half. So fresh off of a break, make sure that at the concert you know, do what you need to do to recoup. Don't go like woodshed a bunch of stuff for the Holst like during intermission, just go ahead and relax your face. And then as we go on, I do know wrong note rag is a little acrobatic, but hopefully range-wise, it's not as aggressive for the bass players. So, all right, at the movies, which we did not play last week. At the movies, first movement. Starts at 108 beats per minute. We do have a complete break in right before measure 16, which is where it says slower. I'll make beat 1 known, but the entrance happens on beat 2. So it'll be off, 2, 1, ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-ba. I'd like to make it as far as the alto saxophone cadenza. And then we're going to stop there at the cadenza, and then we'll get into it. All right? In case we need to go back. Beginning. Here we go. All make it to the cadenza together. Sounded like it. In those last 5, 6 measures before that, let's see if, even though it doesn't say to crescendo, let's see if we can kind of save it some and sort of intensify through those 6 measures. And then there is an actual crescendo right at the very end. So just so it doesn't stagnate, I think each one just slightly more intense, even if you're not necessarily doing like a noticeable crescendo. Yes?
At 16, are you giving us the downbeat of 16, or are you starting on the 2?
2, 1.
Okay.
So 15 goes like this. Bop, bop. 2, 1. Da-dum, da-dum, da-dum. Find for me, please, before, can everybody find slower, measure 16?
Yeah.
Count back 3 measures, please. Da 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 bum bum. To practice this transition. We'll go on a few measures past 16, but not very far. I am going to make sure to pause long enough for the mutes to be put in, so we'll practice that as well. 3 before 16. Here we go.
In 800 feet, turn left onto Holystone Street.
We're here. Here we go. Let's do it again. Mutes out. I'm going to look to you. Same place. Here we go. Does that make sense to everybody? Absolutely. Thank you for asking. Let's go back to the very beginning, please. At the very beginning? So it's pick up to beat 2, so I'm kind of going ba-dum, ba-dum. Yeah. So the first measure is not actually it's not a full measure. It starts on the Lee of 1, so basically pickups into the second beat. So what you're going to see is ba-dum, ba-dum, and we'll breathe all together. Let's try that. Just the first 4 notes if you play them. Solo, cornet, and woodwinds. Just 4 notes. Here we go. Yeah, again. One time. Going on for real. Everybody's in. Great questions tonight. Thank you. That was great. Good job. Yeah, thank you. All right. Now the question is, how do you guys don't have any special markings or anything after Polka Rodova for a while. So, let's get another shot at Polka Rodova so we can get the piccolo cues, and I'll turn for you, so give me a second. Also, let's see while we're at it on this playback if we can look for balance. So there's a lot of pianissimo, I think, at this section, and in general, with as many people as there are, that's going to be a tall order. So just make sure that you're being very sensitive to the dynamics that you see in front of you. 1 second. This is fermata pickups in alto saxophone to Polka Rodova, which is measure 85. There we go. Yeah, I think you were ready and I was almost ready, but nobody else was. So. hear the last three notes starting on the fermata. And just play them like if we're warming up or something, just like a healthy mezzo forte. Don't force it. Let's just hear balance and intonation. Here we go. In time. Well, so holding the first fermata. Here we go. Again, a little bit less. Here we go. That's a great sound. Do it one more time. Let's go back a few more measures, though. From the end, count with me, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bars. 7 before the end. 7 before the end. Here we go. Yeah, I think there were some percussion sounds that were continuing on in the fermata. Let's do it one more time. 7 from the end, please. I don't think it needs to be any louder than that, honestly. It's very full sounding. So here we go. 7 from the end, including the last measure being 1 from the end. Okay, here we go. The last 7 measures. Yeah, that's great. Okay, I like the tempo that we had at the, where is it? Tempo Polka Brillante. Did you guys, was that tempo okay with you? Was it too slow?
We gotta clean it up a little bit, that's fine.
Okay. And then flutes, oboes, clarinets, and horns, who come in right at that 2/4, which is measure 146. I will look up earlier than I did when we just played it, so that you're not all suddenly going, ah, we're about to play. So I'll make sure that I prepare you for that. Nice. Let's continue on. Go ahead and get up. Merry-Go-Round of Life. And also, welcome Nick to the podium.
You are massively colorful today.
All right. So the goal for tonight is to make all the transitions in this piece solid, so that there's no confusion or no confusion on what's going to happen throughout this whole piece. And then we're also going to do a full run at the very end. Okay, cool. So that we can make sure that we can play through the whole entire piece without having to stop for any reason. Okay. So we're gonna start at the very beginning, and we will make the first transition really awesome. Cool. Let's start at the beginning. Who's covering solos tonight for clarinet and oboe? Clarinet and then oboe. Oh, awesome. Cool, cool, cool. There you go. Beginning. Would you prefer I give 3 big beats before the beginning, or just 1, so that we can all move together on those 8 notes?
We just need 1.
All right, let's try it again at the beginning. And ready? Yes, and then the tuba D, is that a D below staff? Yes, comes in right on beat 1, and then everyone else cannot hesitate afterwards. Yes, and then there's an A, and then another D on the and of 2, in our euphonium parts. I like the beginning though. That was really nice. Okay, cool. I'm not gonna stop you again. Here you go, beginning. And ready. Great. Tenor saxophones at measure 6, measure 7 when you're all playing. It says piano. Let's change it to a mezzo forte so that you can play with a full supported sound. So it doesn't sound like you're just trying to sneak in. From the audience perspective, if you play on a piano and you're like halfway throughout the ensemble, it's gonna sound wrong. Okay? So let's change to a mezzo forte. Full sound. No one's gonna like yell at you. Okay? Yell at you. All right. Cool. We're gonna try right on the clarinet solo at measure 6 so that we can hear that change for our tenor sax players. Here we go. Measure 6 now. And 1, 9, 9. Full value. Touch the next one. Once we go on, before letter B, I'm going to give 3 big beats for our voices in the back. So we cut off on the fermato, and 1, 2, 3, boom, like that. Okay? So you're going to cut off, you get 3 beats, boom, on the next one. Can we play just the fermata? I'll cut you off, and we'll practice that transition. Here we go. Fermata and hold it. Ready, and... Transition makes sense going into letter B. Awesome. Let's keep on going. We're going to the next transition. Can we all start at letter D? Right on letter D. We will stop at 4 after E. There you go. D. The big one is that 4 before letter E. We are in 3, so you have to look up for the rallentando. Here we go. Letter D now. We're in 1. And 1, 2, 3, 1. Ready? And. Melody takes place at 97, everyone else should be at a piano dynamic, and they're at a mezzo forte, but I want that to come out as a forte at 97 for trombones. So everyone else is written at a piano at 97. Make sure that is observed so that we can hear the trombone melody and they don't have to work so hard to get their sound across the ensemble. Okay, let's do letter D again so that transition can happen. Here you go, D. Nice job watching, that was super awesome. Here we go, D. And 1, 2, 3, 1, ready, and. about the bass drum, it's too heavy. So let's make it a little bit lighter so that it doesn't just sound like we're stomping on beat one of every single measure. It's like, it's a lot. All right, so just be a little bit more gentle on the bass drum. It'll be great. Okay, let us do that transition one final time. And we're going to go all the way to letter G now so that we can do that next one. Here we go. D, one final time. And 1, 2, 3, 1, ready, and. We cut off. I'll look up and I'll give 3, 1, ready, and then we'll go right into letter F. So there is a measure of silence right before letter F. I'll look right at our vibe player and our alto saxophones that come in with the melody line. All right, so one measure of silence, you'll get 3, and then at F, we are still in 3. All right, cool, cool. Nice job looking up at 112 for the slow down into 115. That worked out very well. Let us start right on 112. 112 and 1, ready, and. Get 3, 1, ready. Great. Let's note check some stuff. Measure 126 and 27, concert A flats in our higher woodwinds. And then oh, what? They have you coming in on a high B flat on top of the staff? Can we not? Let's cut that. Let's not have that happen.
Do you want us to play in the staff or just cut the note?
It is covered in all the flute parts, so we can just cut it and not have it happen. That'd be great. Just save you from that. Yes.
What about the G's above the staff?
That is covered in flute as well and in clarinet and so no G. So trumpets are off the hook for those 2 measures. Yes, 128 coming in right there. Cool. I'm glad I noticed that. All right, so altos and vibraphone, we have to agree on tempo letter F as well so that it doesn't just sound really like off kilter, okay? Can we try starting at letter F now? Here we go, F. 1, ready, and. And then at 131, we have 1 full measure of rest. I will be in 3 for you so that you know exactly how fast that's going to go. Yes? Oh, yeah, definitely. So we'll cut off right at 130. I'll wait. And then at 131, I'll give 1, ready, and. Ba-ba-bum-bum. My bad. Actually, I lied. I'll just give you 1. Ba-ba-bum-bum, bum-bum-bum-bum-bum. Yes. Okay, so I'll look right at you at 130. And then it's bum 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 bum. All right, cool. Let us all play the fermata at 130. We'll cut off together. 130. Ready and hold. happen at letter... I'll be more clear on that one. At letter G, he starts playing the melody. I'll say it one more time. At letter G, he starts playing his melody, and that melody goes for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bars. After he finishes that last dotted half note, we have our clarinets and flutes coming at 140 with the melody. And then, quarter note people come in at 141 after our clarinets and flutes play 3 quarter notes. Okay, let's try it. Play your fermata for me at 130 and hold it. And ready, hold. This is the measure before letter G, and then this will be G. Ready? Great, nice. At 163, we are in 3, and then the melody goes into the tenor sax 1 part. They have a beat 3 pickup before letter H. All right, that can be a soli, not a solo, if that makes you all more comfortable. All right, cool. Can we start? On measure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 before letter H on the trumpet entrance. Ba-ba-ba-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum. Here we go. 10 before letter H. And ready, and. If you were not here, we cut out the fermata at 165. There is no fermata, and we exit out. Awesome. Let's start at the same place again. 10 before H. Nice job, trumpets. And ready, out. That's correct. Cool. So, tenor saxes, that melody that you have at letter H, or pickups into letter H, is forte. That needs to be brought out like so much so that people know that we're moving on into letter H. If they can't hear it, then a lot of confusion will happen. Horns, we were off by 1 measure at 173 and 174. Yeah, that happened. Everything else was okay. Clarinets, you came in correctly. Nice job. Cool.
I was confused.
Yes.
Before H, where are we in 3 and where are we in 1?
We
We
are
started in 3 and F, but where does it,
Yes. At
Is it 3 all the
163,
way?
we're in 3.
okay.
Where the retard is.
Where the
Well, I
retard
think
is.
it's about bar after that. The retard, it's not, it's
You're saying 1 until
163.
then?
That's 163.
163, we're in 3, and we'll be in 3 until letter I. With no fermata at letter, or
So it's
165.
3 bars, you do 3 bars in 3, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Cool. Can we start 3 before letter H? 3 before letter H. We'll be in 3 for this. And 1, ready, and. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. left that fermata right there, you are immediately going into measure 200 on a fortissimo. It's a full ensemble fortissimo where you can play out and loud and proud, okay? So full ensemble fortissimo, accent that first note so it doesn't sound awkward or a mistake, okay? Nice job looking up at 196. That was great.
I'm still confused.
Yes.
181, we're in 1 at that point? At
181, we're still in 3. At letter I, we are in 1. Right on letter I, we are in 1. Cool, cool. Let us start right on letter I, please. Letter I. There we go. Letter I. 1, ready. Oh, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 1, ready, and. At measure 201, we are holding that note. At measure 202, the people that move with the melody are altos and horns. I'll look right at you guys. And I'll go bum, 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 and you're playing right when I start conducting. Okay, there's no break in the sound at all. You're just gonna go. Got it? Okay, let us start at 196 and let us go to the end. Last thing we do on this one, 196. Here we go. 196, we're in 3. And 1, ready, and. Trumpets looking up at measure 236. You can still play with a full sound at 236, so it doesn't sound like a mistake as well. Coming in on the G sharps. And then there's a timpani roll right on beat 2 of 239. And I'll point right at you for that one. And then last thing, 240 to the end, we are in 1. So that timpani roll is a signal to and then the end. Okay?
Privately, but
yes.
I never told the rest of the at 202, it is a natural when I asked
yes.
privately. So the F sharp goes to F natural, B flat goes to B natural.
Yes, yes.
Good, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, cool. The other thing that may seem confusing to people, at measure 202, since we are at that full fortissimo sound, you may not hear the altos and horns moving at measure 202. So be aware that that is happening. If it seemed like a mistake, it was not a mistake. They were moving. Because a lot of people are just sustaining that long note. Okay, we're going to start at 202 and go to the end. Yes, I did that because a lot of people were like unsure about where we were at. Okay, we are in 1 at letter J, but we're starting at 202. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, ready, and. do a full run. This is awesome. All right. Yeah, so this is one of the theme music songs from an animated movie called Howl's Moving Castle. It's a really cool movie. It's animated, Studio Ghibli. Really beautiful movie, and I think everyone should watch it. It's on HBO Max, and it's free, so please watch it. All right, cool.
Cool. All right, so we already did announcements, so we're going to go ahead and take our break now. Let's go ahead and meet back here, please, at 8:44. I'm going to talk to the tenor saxophonist just real quick before you guys run off. Cool. 8:44. See you in a second. get a couple of tuning pitches, please. Wait just a few moments for everyone to settle, and then we'll once the room is still, we'll get those tuning pitches, and we'll return with whole second suite and F.
Not for contest. Play it, but not for contest.
First movement, march. Let's go ahead. If you wrote down a tempo that I gave you previously, scratch that tempo out. I think 108 is more fitting. Half note equals 108. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, I like that tempo. Let's start it again. Going on this time. Let me try again. Thank you. Was it clear if I do that? Yeah. Bop. Is that enough of a cue for you? Bop, bop. All right. Let's do it one more time for me. Thank you for diminuendoing for the melody coming in the sixth bar. Since we're stopped, second movement can be softer. We may cut down to fewer on a part to be realistic and also to save chops. So, all right, here we go. Beginning. Third movement. Count back with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bars. So the 4/4. The last 4/4. Up, 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 up. I will try my best to not lead you off of any cliffs, but also it would help if you denote in your music that the second to last measure, beat 3, is silent for everyone in the band, and beat 1 of the last measure is silent for everyone in the band. Bop, 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 2. Okay, last 6 measures. Last 6 measures. Here we go. Takes me back to conducting class when I'm in college and not giving big downbeats on rests. All right, can we do it one more time, please? Once more, and then we'll move on. Last 6 measures. Last 6 measures. And also, let's transition right into the last movement. So, just watch. Here we go. Last 6, going on. All right. From the end, please. Oh, actually, I want to shout out really quickly that there's some background stuff in the low brass that sounds really clean and stylish. And I really like it. So when you have bum, 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 bum in this movement, that sounds, it's like the right balance and it's the right note length. So thank you for that. And there's another part in another piece or another movement, which I will maybe call out later because I can't remember off the top of my head. But it's just staccato downbeats basically. I think it's mostly in baritones, maybe in low trombones as well, and in tubas. And it just was really great. So thank you for that. Okay, now going back to the end of the last movement and counting backwards from the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, where it's 3 Ps. Coordinates are just playing a chord at this point. I want to hear. We're gonna stack this up. So first solo bass. So are we doing just one, or are we playing as a section? Just one. Can I hear you just by yourself? Here we go. Yeah, add piccolo to that. So he's coming one measure before. Yeah, exactly. Here we go. Cool. Yeah. All right. Now we don't have to stack anymore. Let's have everybody in. Everybody in for those measures. That's the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 bars. 11 bars. Yeah. All right. Here we go. Very soft but steady sound in trumpet. So are we all muted? Those of us who are playing. Okay. So the mute is already bringing it down in dynamic. Go ahead and give just good air support behind it. Here we go. Yeah. Do you guys want to do that by yourselves, trumpets? Not right now? Okay. Hope tempos were a little more conservative tonight. Partly because we're not like racing to get to the end of the piece by 9:30. That's pretty close to where I want to be on these. So I might toy with going a hair, just a shade faster on this last movement. Maybe just imperceptibly so. Just a reminder when we go into 1 at D and at G, when you have that green sleeves melody, just make sure you're subdividing carefully, especially coming out of that first note. So just be careful there. Cool. I sang right in the middle of the verse. Okay, let's move on, please. March of the Cute Little Wood Sprites.
And it's a amateur baking show where they bring in people who don't know how to bake, and they're like, "Good luck, have fun." It's like these, like, they give them a recipe. They give them a recipe, and it's like this very intense cake, and it's like with fondant and this and that. Like, I don't do these things, and essentially, like, you can make the best out of nothing. Essentially, it's so funny, but everything comes out terrible.
Will you all play this again?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'll read it tonight. I also talked to Nick about the tie and what's that one? He said, Mary, next to that, it is a tie. It is a tie.
Bruh!
It is a tie.
I also do.
Yeah, because the trumpets do the same thing too. And I think he looked at it again, he's like, I think it like, yes, it is a tie, so keep it.
I'm glad I have an eraser. It's that F sharp. Well, you don't have it. It stays F sharp.
I have a beat.
As percussion's getting situated, I'd like to hear everyone who plays repeated eighth notes in the first 6 measures, stopping on the downbeat of the 7th measure. If you play repeated eighth notes, not if you're doing the arpeggiated stuff. Here we go. So it's almost everybody in the band, not cornets, not trombones, not percussion. Here we go. Really light. This is marked here. If I were playing, if I were sitting in the ensemble playing, I would personally be feeling this in 1, and subdividing. I know that's scary for some of you. I'm not forcing anybody to do that, but just in the interest of thinking light and moving the line forward. I'm not going to conduct it in 1. I'll conduct it in 2. But just for those of you who dare, try feeling it in 1. Here we go. Everybody's in this time. Going on. You're right. The first person was right. So E. Yeah.
Well, I didn't think we were.
Two things, really quickly. At E, it's an extra measure. It feels funky. Da 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 da. Cornets and then low brass. So specifically trombones and tubas, not baritones. So 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, ba ba, and then it's the downbeat of F. The other thing is, both times this happened at C. The few of you who have upbeats, horns, tenor sax, alto sax, were falling behind, and that's tricky, especially on the people trying to play the melody. I was noticing it mostly, I think, in this part of the band. So the trombones behind you, just listen to them for tempo. They're watching me anyway, or they just know the beat. They'll be fine. Just listen to that and drive along. Okay, let's do please. Hopefully this is not too tricky. Second time at C, going on. Second time at C, going on. With pickups in trombones and baritones. Second time at C. Here we go. 1, 2, 1. Repeat back to H. Yeah. Okay, so at the DC, it says in parentheses no repeat. So before C, you'll take the second ending and continue right along. With the trombones leading the charge there. Blah, blah, blah. So just watch that at the repeat or at the DC. No repeat there. And then the coda kind of happens in the middle of the phrase, right? Or the middle of the period anyway. And so trombones have that melody, but it's already, we've snuck our way into the coda by that point. And then I also, I saw a hand go up, so what's up?
I was hoping you'd stop early, but the fifth measure after F.
Okay.
All these pedal tones, I don't hear anybody else that's got it. Is that wrong?
One sec.
The
F, you
fifth
said?
measure after F.
I gotta go way back, hang on.
And it's the actual contrabass part.
Fifth bar of F. Contrabassoon, bassoon. Yeah.
That's an actual B flat contrabass part.
Yeah. So that would be with the contrabassoon would have that with you. So it's just you. Huh? Oh, does it fit? Well, yeah. So alto clarinet, bass clarinet, contrabass clarinet, bassoons, and contrabassoons have that same eighth note pattern, but it's just obviously the higher voices that I just mentioned are not down in the pedal with you. All right, so okay, cool. Take it to the coda, please, and I want you to find in the coda. Let's see. Before letter M, 2 bars. 2 bars before M, slowly, so we can listen for the pitches here. Just 2 bars only. Just 2 bars only. 2 before M. Nice and slow. 1, 2, ready, and. Yeah. Let's hear if you play just 8th notes straight through those 2 measures. 8th notes, no 16th notes, no triplets. Here we go. Ready, and go. Yeah, one more time. Ready, and. Yeah, and that is right. You've got you've got naturals and sharps on the first beat, and then it shifts down a half step on the second beat. That is intentional. Yes, it's PDQ Bach. It's a satirical piece. So, all right, if you haven't figured that out by now, I'm impressed. This is a satirical piece, so there's some really wonky things. Like, for example, the snare drum part that's not actually a roll. It's literally 16 notes. Like, that's actually written. Okay, So we've got to play those things out. Let's do now, if you have the 16th notes, so you'll start with, some of you will start with 2 8th notes and then have 16th notes. Some of you will have a quarter rest followed by 16th notes. Here we go. Ready, and play. Same 2 measures, same 2 measures, so 2 before M. If you play 2 8th notes followed by 16th notes or a quarter rest followed by 16th notes. Ready, and go. Yeah, and we're going slow, so da, da, 2 E and a, 1 E and a 2. Ready, and go. Yeah, and that's way up there. You've got, that should be C and B natural. Yeah, one more time, those people. Ready, and go. Your B natural is too low.
Oh.
Your B natural is too low. Okay. Now if you have triplets, please. This is cornets and horns. Cornets and horns. Ready, and go. One more time. Ready, and go. Nice. Okay. Now everyone take it back 2 more measures. So now we're 4 before M. 4 before M. There's an alternating downbeat and upbeat thing for 2 measures, and then what we just played, and let's continue on right from there. Okay? 4 before M, going on. Here we go. 2, ready. Do me a favor. We're going to go from letter P to the end, piano. Here we go. If it's up high, it's just as close to piano as you can comfortably get. I just don't want it screaming. Here we go. Ready, and go. All right. Obviously it goes faster there at the end. I'd like to move on for now, though. Strength in numbers, very taxing concert. I implore you all to just take it easy. I don't want you to decrescendo to obscurity. I'm not asking anybody to pretend to play, but just be mindful when it says fortissimo and it says triple F. It's not just you. There's so many of us in here, and it's a collective fortissimo. It's a collective triple F. And I think that will go a long way, and it will allow us to get through this concert without our faces falling off. So next up is wrong note rag. I just want to go straight through it once. Wrong note rag. Watch for accents in the parts. It outlines the hemiola that happens in this, right? Since both the melody and also the boom chick parts they're not in cut time. They're not in 2. All right. Cool. Yay. Beginning. Here we go. would be okay with not doing too much of an accelerando, where it says it starts at 101, but just enough of one that you can tell. Just so that when we get to 117 and the trumpets are actually playing that dotted melody, that you guys can get through it, because it's just tricky. And then to go faster on it is trickier. Okay, here's what I want to do with the kitchen sink. We can spin through it. I don't think it makes sense for the kitchen sink players to try to hustle back there right now. So just one quick run on it, and then next week we're actually going to separate. And so between Nick and myself, one of us will have the band, the other one will have a kitchen sink sectional, effectively, to make sure that all the composite rhythms are lining up, to make sure that we're getting the sounds that we want, any logistical things on the logistical work, any of the logistics required to make this successful. And then on the tech rehearsal, which is really just a week and a half away, which is crazy, then we'll have it all back together after this next Monday rehearsal. So, with that being said, everyone please turn to Variations on a Kitchen Sink. One thing you can do, kitchen sink players, if you want to go to where your music is, so if you don't have it with you, if it's in the back, and you want to just read along and imagine how your part fits in, more than okay with that. It doesn't make sense for you to sit and like stare at the ground or something. So if you'd like to do that, also if you want to just duck out, you're more than welcome to do that too. This is Variations on a Kitchen Sink, just straight through. Here we go. I may stop us when we take the DC and jump to the coda. We'll see. Here we go. And here we go. also, in addition to running it through working on it on each part, one thing that I'd like to focus on is transitioning the last 4 measures before the DC, transitioning to the DC, and then taking the coda. Whichever of us is working with the winds, we'll focus on making sure that we get those rhythms right in the last 4 measures before the DC. Any last minute announcements that were forgotten? Thank you so much. Please tear down the setup, and we will see you next week, which is concert week. Woo! Wow. It is, right?
Are you serious? I guess so, yeah.
I had to think about it. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, March 11th is the concert. Have that, it's throughout the whole solo, yeah. So it goes. Yeah. So what's gonna happen is the saxophone has a sonata, and then when I start connecting again, it's now the vocal over. And the saxophone part has this, triplet stuff that goes on, and the flutes are doing the 16th and things, and the saxophone goes. And it goes quick. It's a lot of like. Okay, cool. So. Yeah. Are you gonna be comfortable doing a concert? Yeah, Christian can, and also Cheryl covered it anyway. Take this week to really look at it and maybe make a judgment call on Monday. That's not good.